string, list. We have covered sets. We have covered numerical data types. So inside numerical data types, we had covered integer data type, complex data type, and floats data type. So today, guys, we're going to cover the like two more data types, tuples and dictionaries. Once we are with tuples and dictionaries, then we're going to cover if-else conditionals, that is called control flow. That is called control flow. And after control flow, we're going to cover functions and loops. So I think this week we're going to cover these things. And probably in the next week, we're going to cover NumPy, pandas, and matplotlib. Okay, guys? So let's start the session. So today we're going to cover. So please open your Google Colab meanwhile, so you can practice with me. Guys, everybody is able to open Google Colab. Everybody is able to open notebook. So if you want to, guys, anybody who doesn't know how to upload the previous notebook, if you want to upload the previous notebook and you want to work on the same file, what you have to do? File, upload notebook, browse, and you can just upload the notebook, whatever the name of the notebook. You saved it last week. Okay. I hope it's clear, guys.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, guys. So let's start it. So today, what we're going to cover? So today we're going to cover, let's say we're going to cover tuples first. So yeah, guys, anybody who remember what is tuple, guys? So tuple is what? Tuple is another kind of container. Okay. Tuple is another kind of container. So far we have discussed two containers. One is list and another one is sets. So guys, anybody who can explain me what is the difference between list and sets?
So it's like we used in multiple brackets, we put number of values to print.
Okay. No. Okay.
I vaguely remember. Sorry, I
No
didn't.
problem. It's okay. It's okay. So Priyanka, do you want to try?
It's like sets do not have repetitive
Values. Yeah, very good. This is
and
one of
it
the property of
removes
sets. Yeah, go ahead.
it removes duplicate elements automatically.
It removes duplicate element. That is another property. Yeah.
Yeah.
And which bracket we use for sets?
Curly brackets.
Very good, Priyanka. And what about list? Any idea about list?
List is exactly opposite. It does allow repetitive elements and duplicate elements. And the
Repetitive
syntax
elements,
is square
duplicate elements, and
brackets.
heterogeneous elements. Like we can put
Yeah.
string data, integer data, all kind of data inside list. And inside list, you can put list of a list.
List inside list.
Yeah, list inside set you cannot do that. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's start it. So tuples. What is tuple, guys? Tuple is another data type container. So let me give you a brief introduction about. Let me open the PPT for tuples first. So guys, first of all, list is a mutable heterogeneous sequence. Now, what is mutable, guys? So for mutable means, if I create, first of all, how to create tuple. First of all, how to create tuple. So T is equal to, we're going to use this. Guys, I'm going to go very slow. Please stay attentive. Okay. I'm going to use this circle bracket. So this is called.
We can't see your screen.
Okay, sorry. I think. Yeah. Guys, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So first of all, what is tuple? Tuple is a list is a mutable heterogeneous sequence. A list is a mutable heterogeneous, a list is a mutable heterogeneous sequence. The meaning of this statement is inside list, we can put multiple data types. We can put text data, we can put integers data, we can put float data, we can put multiple data types inside list. But inside tuple, we can also do the same thing. But the difference between list and tuple is inside list, you can change the data, you can add new data, you can delete old data, you can update the data. But inside tuple, you cannot do that. Tuple is immutable heterogeneous sequence. Everything else is same. That is, tuple is immutable. List is mutable and tuple is immutable. That's it. Okay. So this is all the explanation. Like list that can't be changed after creation, but tuple can change after creation. Okay. That's it. Then how to create tuples now? To create list, how guys, how did we create list? L is equal to, we use this bracket for list. We use this bracket called square bracket. This bracket called square bracket. And for tuple, we gonna use this bracket. This bracket is called circle bracket. Okay, we're gonna use this bracket for tuple. Now, suppose tuple have these elements. Let's suppose I want to add multiple elements inside tuple. 1, 2, 3, let's say I want to put Ishan inside this. I want to put MiIT inside this. I want to put float data inside this. I want to put tuple inside this. Let's say I want to put tuple of tuple inside this. I can do that. Okay. If I run this, guys, look at this. Now the new T would be, look at this. This is this is my T. Look at this. This is tuple of tuple. Tuple inside a tuple. If I check the type of this T, this is tuple type. Okay. Now, what is the benefit of this? Why we are doing this? Why we need to learn one more container? Because guys, sometimes you want to give access to everybody to change the data inside some container. And sometimes you don't want anybody will change your data. Suppose your data like this, let's say A is equal to, I can do this Monday, Tuesday. This is my data, guys. With Thursday, Friday, let's say like weeks, like days of week, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, suppose this is my week. So guys, if you put this data inside a list, if you put like this is a data, okay, probably you're gonna use this data for something, like classes, like any kind of application, you can use this data for something. Now, if you put this data inside a list, anybody will access this data and they can change it. They can add any random data in it. Let's suppose I'm going to add a new day called Jiggy. This is my new day called Jiggy. Okay, I want to add this new day inside this list. Just hypothetically speaking, this is a new day. I want to add this inside a list. So I can do that now. Now the new list is this. Now Jiggy is added in my week list, right? But I don't want that. I don't want anybody touch this particular container. I don't want anybody will modify any date. So in this case, I know this is a universal truth, right? I cannot change, I cannot add days, I cannot delete days, I cannot modify days, right, guys? I cannot change Monday to something else. I cannot change, I cannot, instead of 7 days in a week, I cannot put 8 days in a week. I cannot remove 1 day from a week, and I cannot do 6 days in a week. 7 days in a week is a universal truth. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the universal days. I cannot, I don't want to change it. So, data like this should not be in list. Data like this should not be in dictionary. Data like this should not be in set, because you can add inside this kind of container. I don't want to change it. I don't want to mess that data container. So that's why instead of using list, I'm going to use tuple for this kind of data. I'm going to use tuple for this kind of data. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run it again, and I'm going to say A is equal to, let's say T is equal to, I'm going to create tuple for this kind of data. Now I will not able to change it. I will not able to modify it. Guys, is that clear? Why we need to learn one more container? Is it clear to everybody or not? Any questions regarding this? And now majority of the things are common like list. We can, so like unlike set, we cannot use indexing for set, right? You remember, guys, if I create set, if I create something like this, 1 2 3 4 5 77 88, if I do like this is my set. If I do like this, I cannot use indexing for this. I cannot use indexing. Set object is not subscriptable. Okay, always remember, if I want to, let's see, I'm going to create one list. Guys, I'm going to mixing everything. Why I'm doing that? Because I want to show you the difference between different containers, because sometimes it's very confusing. You are not able to understand the difference between the containers. I want to show you the difference between all the containers. Okay. So if I want to create a list is equal to, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 77, 88. Let's suppose this is my list. Okay. So inside this list, I can use indexing. I can use indexing to get any particular element. Okay. But inside set, I cannot use indexing. Set is not subscriptable. I cannot use indexing to get any particular element inside set. But inside tuple 2, if this is my tuple, this is my tuple, T is my tuple, inside tuple, like list and unlike set, I can get indexing. If I do this, so 0 index is my first element. First element is what? Monday. Okay. If I do like list, I can use slicing. 0 to, I want all the days between 0 to 3 index. I want all the days between 0 to 3 index. So like list, I can get all the elements, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 0 to 3 means, guys, up to 4th element. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So up to 4 element, I get all the elements. But the 4th one is not inclusive. So that's why I'm getting only up to 3. Okay, guys? Is it clear to everybody, guys? So yeah, I'm talking about this. Is it clear to everybody, guys? Questions? Anybody wants to ask any question regarding
So
this?
for for tuples we have to use round brackets. That's how the Python will know it's a tuple.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Okay. So if you check the type of T, it's tuple. Okay. And if you even if you don't give any element, let's say I want to make one more tuple, T1 is equal to, if I put empty element inside this, it will also create a tuple. Okay. If I check the type of T again, type of T1 again, sorry, type of T1, so it will show this is tuple 2. Okay. There is no element. How it gets to know it's tuple? Because of these round brackets. Okay, guys. Now, unlike tuples, suppose if I want to, like list, if I want to reverse the elements of tuple, if I want to reverse the elements of tuple, how do I do that? One thing is, there is a function called t dot. Do we have this function here? Let me check. I don't have this function inside tuple. I don't have reverse function. Okay, like list, I do have reverse function. If I want to look at this, L dot, it's L, yeah, it's small l, sorry. In small l, I have a function called reverse. Look at this. This is my function called reverse, and I can reverse the list. Now look at the new L. The new L will be this 88, 77, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But inside tuple, I don't have a reverse. I don't have a reverse. If I want to reverse the element. Suppose, look at this. Now my t is this. If I want to reverse it, how can I do that, guys? Any idea? By using indexing. If I want to put Sunday as my first element, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, how can I do that? Any idea, guys? So there is a way to do that. I know you don't know about it. So let me show you. So I'm going to use this. Now, what is the meaning of this, guys? Look at this. So inside, the meaning of this in kind of slicing is, so inside this is my row, this is my elements here. Okay, I want to reverse it. So this is my step size. I want it from, like, I want all the elements. This means I want all the elements. This means if I only give this, okay, what is the meaning of this? I want all the elements. Guys, try to understand this one. I want all the elements. If I do this, all the elements means starting, like whatever the element is the starting point, and whatever the element has the end point, I want all the elements. If I do this, if I put this one more column and I give -1, -1 means start from the end. -1 means start from the end. Then it will give me all the elements. Okay, guys. Now next question. Suppose I don't want okay, I don't want I don't want Sunday. I don't want Sunday and Saturday in my list tuple. How can I do that now? How can I achieve that? I don't want Sunday and Saturday in my tuple. Anybody, guys? Try it. I don't want Sunday and Saturday in my tuple. So to get that, so let me show you. So what is my starting point? What should be my starting point? Let's say I'm going to start from 0 and I'm going to go above. Let's say I'm going to go, let's say, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will go above 6. It will not work. If I do this, it is not giving me anything. It will not able to understand, because here I'm giving from right to, here I'm giving from right to, from left to right. Here I'm giving indexing from left to right, right? It is left to right. And here I'm giving -1. If I give 2 here, what will happen, guys? If I give 2 here, what will happen? Anybody, guys? If I give 2 here, what will happen? It will skip one element. It will give me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. If I do this, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Why? Because I'm taking only 6. Let's take 8. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Because why it's doing that? It is skipping one element. Because I'm giving 2 here. If I give 1 here, what is the meaning of 1 here? What is the meaning of 1 here? Guys, this is called, this particular thing is called step size. Okay, how many elements you want to skip? Okay, if I give 1 here, that means I don't want to skip any element. So it will give me everything. If I put 2 here, it will skip one element. So between Monday and Thursday, it is skipping Tuesday, then Thursday, then Saturday. Okay. Then if I using nothing here, let's suppose I'm not going to use anything. It's going to starting from 0 up to n and skip one element. Now same result. Guys, do you understand this one or not? Say yes or no, please. Everybody understand? If somebody doesn't understand, please ask question. And please tell me, explain again. Okay. Suppose if I'm using 3 step size, what will happen, guys? Anybody can Kinjal, could you give me the result? What result I will get if I use this code?
Monday, Thursday,
Monday.
and Sunday.
Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Very good, Kinjal. It is correct answer.
Yeah.
Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Suppose if I'm using okay, now I'm going to use starting from -1 until end, and I'm going to use -2 here. So Kinjal, can you try like what result I'm going to get?
Minus.
Anybody, guys? Anybody?
Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday.
Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday. Let's try it, Firoza. Very good. Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday. So guys, anybody can explain me like how we accept Firoza? Anybody can try like how did we get this result?
Because it's a minus, it starts from the reverse.
Yeah, it's starting from the right side.
Yeah.
It's starting from the right side. So let me use my... Guys, this is very important. Why it's important? Because we're going to use slicing in data analytics all the time. Okay? Because when we use slicing, because we extract some data, we don't treat the whole data. We don't evaluate, analyze the whole data. We extract part of the data. So we're going to use slicing all the time. So this is the foundational of slicing. So please be attentive. Try to clear your concept for slicing. Okay. So look at this. So this is my M T W T H F R Saturday Sunday. Okay. So this is my data. Now, if I go from left to right, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I go from right to left, this is -1, -2, -3, -4. So in this case, I'm going from right to left. I'm going from right to left. So I'm starting from -1. So -1 until end. What is the end point? Until end is -7. So starting from -1 until end, and I want to skip one element. -2 means I want to skip one element. So if I'm going from -1, then -1, -3, -5, -7. Right? So that should be my answer. So now, Priyanka, Abhila, okay, no, not you, Mega, you have to answer if I do this. So what should be my result? Mega, you are on mute. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Sunday, Thursday, and Monday.
Sunday, Thursday, and Monday. Okay,
Yeah.
correct. Very good, Mega. Now you have to answer again. If I do this, what should be my answer now?
Sunday and Thursday.
Sunday and Thursday. Very good, Mega, because I'm considering -7 and -7 is not included. Okay, if I do this now, what should be my answer now? Sorry. What should be my answer now?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Mega, it's your answer. Okay. No, Mega, I'm using -2 here. So if I'm not using anything here, if I'm using minus thing, it always go from right to left, not left to right. So what is your answer? Sorry, say again.
Saturday, Thursday, Tuesday.
Say again, Deep.
Saturday, Thursday, and Tuesday.
Saturday, Thursday, and Tuesday. Okay, let's check. Why is that, Deep, then? So guys, always remember, it always starts from zero, like -1. So look at this, it's starting from -1, then it's skipping -2, then it's giving me -3. Okay, then it's skipping -4, then it's giving me -5, then it's skipping -6, then it's giving me -7. So that's why Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday. Okay, if I do this -1, what should be the result? Deep. Fast, guys. Deep. What should be the result?
Sunday, Friday. No, Sunday. I mean, it's gonna be whole sequence from
Whole sequence, but reverse order.
reverse order. Yes.
Yeah. Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Okay, whole sequence, but in reverse order. So guys, you need to practice this. Okay, this is important. We're gonna use this lot of time. Like inside Python, we're gonna use this lot of time. Okay, guys. So any questions anybody wants to ask? Anybody who is still confused how to do slicing? It takes some practice, guys. You need to do it yourself. Okay.
Can you? I
Go
have
ahead.
one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you just tell me what position is gonna explain? So like last one, it's going to be the spacing, right? Like how much spacing are we going to add between the
Yeah, this
slicing?
is okay. This one you're talking about. This is called step
Yes,
size.
yes.
Step size,
Step
not
size.
spacing. Okay.
Okay.
So what's your
And
question?
first two is for the range.
So this is
So we have used
this is the first. Sorry. This is
just like last time we did
yeah. This is the first element,
starting point. Yeah,
or
first
this is the end element, and this is the step size. Okay. So first element, end element, step size. If you don't give first element and end element, if you're not giving first element and end element, and you are only giving step size. So whatever step size, if you're giving positive step size, then it will automatically assume it will go from left to right. If you give negative step size, it's automatically assume it will go from right to left. But if you're giving here, steps element first, suppose if you're giving here 0 and you are giving here, let's suppose 5, and you are using negative step size here, it will not give you anything. Suppose you are giving negative step size here, it will not work. It will not give you anything. To get some result, you have to give positive step size, any positive step size. Okay. If you want, if you are giving negative step size, it's always start from -1, like it. So -1 is higher point. -1 is higher point and -2 is lower point. So in this way, you have to start from like -1 to, let's say, -5, and here you have to give -2, let's say -2. Okay. So it will give you like this: Sunday, now Saturday skipped, Friday, now Thursday skipped, now then Wednesday. But Wednesday can't be included because -5 is exclusive, it's not inclusive. So that's why I'm not including Wednesday here. Okay, clear, guys? Say yes or no, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clear.
Any questions, guys? Any questions anybody wants to ask?
Yes. You told we can create triples inside the triple.
Yeah.
So how it will work here?
Okay. So you want to get any element? Okay, let's do that then. We normally we don't do for tuples because tuple is immutable. But let's suppose we have something like that. Okay, so let me create tuples. So we have. So let me use this tuple. So let me use this as T2.
Okay.
Now you want to get, now what element you want to get?
So like I just want to know this inside triple 6 6. So it's a
If you
which
want,
position 0 1 2.
yeah,
Like
if you want, yeah, if you want to get like suppose you, let's suppose instead of 6 6, let me get 6 8. Okay, because
okay,
can be confusing. So now if you want to get this 8 from this tuple, if you
Hmm.
want to get this 8 from this tuple, let me clear everything first. So how you will get it? So T2 here. So this is my what element, guys? If I say, let's say -1. So I know this is the last element. I can -1 and I can say this is my first element. Like I want 8. So I can get like this 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If you want only -1 last element, it will give you both 6 8. This is my last element 6 8. But if inside 6 8, if you want any particular element, you have to give index according to that. If you want 6, you have to give 0. If you want 8, you have to give 1. Okay, it's clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Or you can if you want to give from left to right, this is 0, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I have to give like 6 0. So you will get the same result. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's move to the next part. Now let's do the properties of tuple now. So let's I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this tuple T. So T dot. So let's look at what are the properties of tuple. So first of all, first property we have is count. Okay. Inside tuple, we can, first property is count. I can count the number of elements for tuple. Okay. Okay. So inside tuple, like one argument has to given. Okay. So I want to count like let's suppose I want to count how many times Monday is coming in my tuple. So I can give like this Monday. So it's giving me one count. If I'm doing Saturday, how many times Saturday is coming in my tuple? 1. Okay. Saturday 0. Why? Okay. It's smallest. Excuse me. So this is T dot count Saturday. Okay. So count means like if you want to count any element inside your tuple, how many times it's coming inside your tuple, so you have to use this. Okay. If you want to calculate the index of tuple, so let's say T dot index. Now, if you want to calculate, suppose there are so many elements. Let's suppose there is one more element, 55, 66, 77, 88, 33, 44, 111, 333. So there are so many elements inside your tuple. Okay. So if you want to count if you want to check the index of this triple one, what is the index of triple one? So you can do this index triple one. Okay. T dot index x not in tuple. Okay, sorry. Let's it should be T2, sorry. T2 dot index triple one. Okay, let me run this. So it is 13th index. Okay. So it is the 13th index. So index property we use to check the index of the element. Okay. Now, suppose if you want to add something in tuple, guys. So guys, any idea how we can add something in tuple? Now, important thing, if I want to add, suppose this is my tuple. So we have, let's say T is equal to 11, 22 to, let's say 22, 30, 33, 44, 55. Suppose we have this tuple, okay? Now I want to add something in this tuple. Directly, I cannot do that because tuple is immutable. Once you create your tuple, you cannot add, delete, or modify elements. You cannot do that. But suppose still I want to do that. How can I do that? How can I do that?
I guess plus sign.
Plus sign, like plus sign. What do you mean by plus sign?
The first one.
Let's say this is my T1. Let's suppose this is my T1. and this is, let's suppose this is T2. T2 is equal to, let's say, I want to add this, let's say 7788. Okay, this is my T2. Now, if I do this T1 plus T2, concatenate two tuples, T1 plus T2. So look at this. Look at this. I can still do that. But important thing, now this is a new tuple. I cannot, if I do this, T1 is equal to T1 plus T2. Okay, if I do this now. So let me check the ID of tuple 1 first. So ID of T1 here. So ID of T1 is this. Okay, ID of T1 this. Now I'm changing T1 again. I'm saying T1 is equal to T1 plus T2. Okay, T1 is equal to T1 plus T2. If I do this, now it is working. Now if I check T1 again, now the new T1 is this. Guys, you can say that like we can add elements inside T1, but this T1 is different from this T1 now. If I check the ID of this T1 again, so look at the ID of this T1. Look at the location of this T1. The name is same, but location is totally different. Okay, so this is not the same T1 as like this one. This is the one place, like this is like a two Johns. One John is this, another John is this. The name is same. There are two Johns, there are two Rams, there are two Deeps, there are two Ishans. There can be same name but different person. Similarly, there are same tuple name but different way, different container. Guys, do you get it? Okay. So we can do like this, or we can also do like this. We can like first, let's suppose this is my tuple. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Now my T1 is this. My T1 is this. Let's say ID of this T1. ID of this T1 is, look at this. This ID. Now I'm getting the same ID, guys. Look at this. Same ID. I'm referring to this T1. I'm referring to this John, not this John. Okay, I'm referring to this John. Guys, I'm using John as like a tuple. Okay, so this is T1. Now T1 is this. Now suppose if you want to add something in this tuple, how you can do that? One way is to do like this. Another way, you can convert this tuple to list first. Suppose I want to convert this tuple to list. I'm gonna say list of T1. Now this is now list. Now if I want to add something in this, I can say append. Let's say I want to add 88 in this. Now 88 has added in my tuple. Now once 88 has added in my tuple, I can say tuple T1. Okay. And then on this, let me see why it's not giving. Let me use this variable. Let me use T1 is equal to this. Okay, so let's say T1 is what? Nothing. Let me do step by step, guys. So this is my let's say T1 is, this is my T1. No, not this one. This is my T1. Let's say this is my T1, guys. So I'm going to convert this. Let me use again. I don't want to confuse you. So this is my next step. So this is my T1. Okay. So this is my T1. Now I convert this. I'm going to convert this T1 into list. So this is the list T1. Now the new T1 is list T1. Okay. Now I want to add something in this T1. I'm going to use T1 is equal to, let's say T1 dot append, or I can directly use like this, T1 dot append 88. Okay. Now, what is the new T1? What is the new T1? T1 is this. Now I can again convert this T1 into tuple. How? Tuple T1, let's say T2 is equal to tuple T1. Now T2 is this. Okay. Now this is tuple. So one way is to create a tuple and add in existing tuple. Another way is to first you have a tuple, then convert to list. And inside list, you can add any element or delete any element. Suppose you want to add, delete, whatever you want to do. So you can do that, then create that same tuple by using this. Okay, guys, is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Say yes or no, please.
Yes.
Now we have more functions. Let's say I want to, this is my T2. I want to check the minimum of T2. So we can use min function, minimum of T2. We can do that. So minimum element is 11. I can use maximum of T2. So maximum is 82, 88. I can use, suppose I want to delete T2. If I want to delete T2, I can use delete T2, and T2 will delete from my system. I can do that. Suppose I want to check something. Let's suppose this is my T1. Okay, this is my T1. I'm going to run it again. I'm going to copy this T1 again. So I can check either any element like 11 in T1. I can also do check that like this to check whether this element is present inside tuple 1 or not. So you can do like this: 11 in T1, true. If I say 66 in T1, it will give me false because 66 is not present in T1. So I can do these kind of functions in tuple. Guys, any questions? So first of all, important, I want to conclude it. Tuple is finished. I want to conclude it. Tuple is immutable. I cannot add, delete, and remove modify element inside tuple. Tuple can contain heterogeneous data. Tuple can contain repetitive data as well. Okay. Tuple have two properties importantly. One is indexing. Indexing is to get the index of the element. Another one is count. Count means you have to count what element is repeating how many times inside your tuple. Okay. So these are the two properties. And there are some inbuilt Python functions you can use for tuple. So inbuilt Python function is called delete. Delete is inbuilt Python function for tuple. Minimum is an inbuilt Python function. Maximum is inbuilt Python function. Let's check. Do we have average? Let me check. I don't remember exactly. So let's say average. I think I don't have average inbuilt. No, I don't have average. So you cannot calculate the average as inbuilt Python function. Okay. Let me check like this. A, V. No, we don't have it. Or you can use length too. So length is also inbuilt Python function. So these, whatever we are using here, length, del, max, min, id, print, these are the inbuilt Python functions. Okay. We can use those functions for any data type. We can use those functions for any data type. But count, index, these are the tuple functions. These are valid only for tuple. Probably with the same name, we have a count in list 2. We have index in list 2. But those are the specifically to index tuples or list. So that are not for every data type. Guys, do you understand the difference between inbuilt Python functions and specific data type functions? Do you understand the difference? There are some inbuilt Python functions. There are not many. There are only like 10, 20 inbuilt Python functions. I don't remember all, but there are approximately 10 to 20 inbuilt Python functions. Okay, we can use those functions for any data type. But if we're talking about specific data type, if we talk about sets, if we talk about list, if we talk about tuples, if we talk about dictionaries, they have their own specific functions. Some functions are common, some functions are unique. Okay, so that's it. That is tuple. There is nothing more in it. I think we have covered like 95% of tuple. You can ask any questions you want inside tuple. Guys, any questions anybody wants to ask? I think I have covered extensively about tuple. Any questions you want to ask? Any specific query? Any problem? Any example you want to give, and you want me to solve that?
So
Yeah,
one
go ahead.
question. Let's say now you added that T1 and the T2 with the plus sign, right? So if we
Yeah.
want to reduce it, how we do it? With the minus sign?
If you want to delete it,
No, reduce it. Now
reduce.
you
Okay.
add,
Okay. If you want to suppose inside this, if you want to use, if you want to remove 44 and 55 from T1,
yeah, okay,
if you want to reduce it.
yeah.
So I think this is like very unique question. I think you cannot do that. Let's say I'm gonna add 44 and 55 here, right?
Okay.
I want to delete this 44 and 55 from my T1.
Mhm.
Okay. If you do this, I think it will not work.
Yeah,
So it is not working.
yeah.
So
it's
okay, let me do this. It's not defined. Yeah. So minus sign, unsupported operand type for minus tuple and tuple. We cannot do that.
Yeah.
So plus means concatenation. We are not adding things. We are merging things. Concatenation means
Okay,
to
okay.
merge two
Merge
tuples.
things. Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay. If you want to delete it, you have to use list. Suppose if you want to remove this element T1. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do like list T1.
Mhm.
Now this is list.
Yeah.
So let's say what is this T1 here? So now let me say this is T1 is equal to list T1. Now my T1 is list now. Now if I want to remove this in T1, so I'm gonna say T1 dot, let's say I'm gonna use pop.
Okay.
So now my 55 is
55.
removed from T1.
Yeah.
Now my new T1 is, my updated T1 is this.
Yeah.
Now I
Okay.
can convert this T1 is equal to, or let's say T2 is equal to, or T3, whatever you want to put it. T1 is equal to tuple T1.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Now the new T1 would be this. Now this is tuple again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So list is the most extensively used container because there is a lot of flexibility in list. Okay. List is the most extensively used container. And after that, we're gonna use dictionary. Dictionary is the second most extensively used container. Okay, tuples and sets we use like not very quite often, but yeah, we use oftenly. Like tuple we use oftenly, but sets we use like very rarely, not a lots of time. Okay, so let's do the next part, guys. Dictionary. Now, what is dictionary, guys? Very important. So data perspective, dictionary is like second most commonly used data type. Okay, now what is dictionary, guys? So inside dictionary, we have two things. Okay, inside dictionary we have two things. Dictionary is like why its name is dictionary, guys. You remember when you open your dictionary, there are words that starts from A, then start from AA, then start from AB, then start from AC, then start from AD, then even inside AB, then AB has ABA, then ABB, then ABC, then ABD. So words coming from like this. So dictionary have two kinds of things. One is keys and one is values. So if we talk about dictionary here, so all the elements related to, now A is my key. A is my key. all the elements related to A is called values. Apple, arc, so many words like add, advise, so many words. So all those values, A is key, and all those values start from A or values of A. So key can be only one. Key can only be unique. Dictionary, inside dictionary, key can only be one, but values can be multiple. One key has one multiple values, but you cannot. So inside dictionary, you don't have two ways. You cannot say like there is one A and there is one different A. You cannot say this is A and this is also A. I know this is a different. This is called B, but we cannot say this is A. So key is always unique. Values can be same. Okay, always remember. So let's take an example of dictionary. So dictionary has two parts. First of all, how to create dictionary. How to create a dictionary? For dictionary, we're going to use same brackets called curly bracket. Now guys, how you get to know like this is dictionary or sets? So dictionary also has curly bracket, set also has curly bracket. How we get to know that which one is dictionary and which one is set? Any idea, guys? Guys, any idea? I just explained it. Set doesn't have keys and values combination. Okay, inside set elements are like this, 1 comma 2 comma. It can be like this, Ishan. It can be like this, 33.4. So this is a set. So element inside set can be like this, but elements inside dictionary will be like this. Let's say this is name. Name is, so there can be one value and can be multiple values. So name is Ishant. Then A, let's say, what is the age? Age is the next key, and age is let's say 30. Then let's say another key value pair. Let's say location is, Toronto. Let's say contact number is, or email ID is. So contact number or email ID, you can put. So this is my another key. Contact number is let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and let's say I'm going to repeat again like this key. I'm going to say location again. Location is, here I'm going to give Montreal. Okay, now Montreal. First of all, let me do without this key value pair. Okay, now guys, look at that difference. So dictionary has one element, has two things. One element, so this is one element. So one element has two things. One is keys, this one is key, and this one is value. Values can be multiple, but key can only be one. Okay, always remember. And no two keys can be same. No two keys. This key cannot be same variable name with this key. Okay, no two keys can be same. Values can be same, but keys cannot be same. Guys, clear? So guys, now like, are you clear what is the difference between dictionary and sets? Both have curly brackets, but the difference between dictionary and set, inside dictionary we have key value pair, but inside set we don't have that. Okay, okay guys, so now if I run this, type of D, now if I check the type of D is dictionary. Okay, if I check the type of S is set. How computer came to know that? Because inside dictionary we have a combination called key value pair. Okay guys, We have a combination called key value pair. Now, suppose let's forget about set now. Let's suppose, okay, let's suppose I want to see this dictionary, how it will look like. Now look at this dictionary. So this is my key. This is the value of this key. This is my key. This is the value of this key. This is my key. This is the value of this key. Okay. This is my key and this is the value of this key. Okay. Suppose I want to add one more key. So this is my new key. This is my new key, but the same key already exists in my dictionary. The same key already exists in my dictionary. If I run this, it will work. But inside this, now look at my value has modified. My value has modified. How? Now Toronto doesn't exist for my location. Whatever the latest key value pair you're going to give, that will be modified accordingly. Okay, guys? Location is already there, but the new value has modified with the Toronto. Okay? So there can be only one unique key value pair. You cannot put two keys with the same name. That's the important thing you have to remember. Okay, guys? Now suppose if you want to add any new key value pair inside this, if you want to add any new key value pair inside this, how you can do that? You just have to give that D is equal to, let's say I'm going to add email ID. Email ID inside this. So now email ID is, let's say email ID value is, let's say Ishan G3 at gmail.com. Okay, so this is, let's suppose this is the email ID. I want to add this. So now the new dictionary is this. Okay, why is like this? Okay, let me see this. Okay, so let me use this D dot. I want to add something in this. Okay. Okay, I think I'm using it wrong. I'm going to say D dot email ID. Email ID is equal to this. Yeah, so now I have to do like this. So I have to add, this is my key, email ID is my key, and the value of this key is this. Now the new D will be, look at this. I can add new key value pair by using this. Okay, guys, I can add new key value pair by using this. Similarly, I can delete I can delete the key value pair, but I'm going to come into the delete part later. First, I'm going to explain this. There are further few more properties of this. Okay, suppose you want to do like this. D3, let's say D3 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my key, and the value of this key is, let's say, any name, let's say John. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the ID, and John is the name of that ID. So if I do this, it will also work, guys. It will also work. Okay, why it's working? So key can be anything. Key can be text data, numerical data, anything, any like a Boolean data. If you do this, the same thing. Let's say D3 is equal to true. D3 is equal to true. This. Now this is, look at this. I can also create like this. So keys can be anything, guys. Numbered, Boolean, float, any kind of data. Okay. So we can use keys for anything. I hope it's clear, guys. Any questions so far regarding dictionary? Guys, any questions so far regarding dictionary? Please say yes or no.
No.
Okay, guys. So now we can also, yeah. So one thing I want to show you. Suppose I want to use list as a key. Okay, guys, this is the important thing I want to show you. So suppose I want to use list tuple as a key. Let's say suppose I have 1, 2, 3. This is my key, and the value of this key is ABC. Let's say the value of this key is ABC. So it will not work. So there are multiple values for this key. There are multiple elements inside this key. So if I do this, it will not work. Unhashable type list. I cannot use that. Even if you use tuple, it will not work as a key. I know, guys, this is a bit boring, but just bear with me. I just need to cover the properties. Okay, so this is a tuple here. Okay, so tuple is like a key. It will not work. Even if you use one element. Now look at this. Here I'm using one element. So look at this. Now if I say type of D3 now, it's a dictionary. And if I say 1, 2 here, if I say 1, 2, 3 here. Now guys, look at this, what's going on now. Look at this, what's going on now. So now if I use 1, 2, 3, 4 here, look at this now. So for look at this, for tuple, it is behaving as a one element. But for the list, look at this. If I use as a list, it will not behave as a one element. Look at this. It is not working. Unhashable type list. But for tuple, it is working. If I do this, it is working. If I do this, if I open this D3, look at this. It is working. But for list, I cannot do that. Okay, I cannot use a list as a key value pair. I cannot use as a list as a key value pair. But look at this. Now I want to show you one more thing. Let's suppose this is my value. Let's say name. This is my name. This is my key name, and name has multiple values. Look at this now. I can use list here. If I use list, let's say name has John, let's say Mike, let's say John, Mike, let's say one more name, let's say Steve. So I can do like this. If I do this D3, now this particular key has multiple values. This particular key has multiple values. So list can work inside a dictionary for values, but list cannot work inside dictionary for keys. Just remember this thing. Okay, list cannot be used for keys, but it can be used for values. Okay, guys. Now if I want to use for sets, it will also not work for sets. If I do the same thing, if I do for sets, let's say I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. This is my set, and the value of the set is, let's say, Ishan. Okay, it will not work because unhashable type set. Okay, guys, what is the meaning of unhashable? Unhashable means I can change the set. I can change the list, but I cannot change the tuple. That's why tuple dictionary is accepting tuple, but dictionary is not accepting sets and list, because you can change it. Once you create the key, you cannot change it. Keys cannot be changed. Okay, guys. You can remove the keys, you can modify the keys, but you cannot add or delete something in keys. if you're using list and sets, you can add and delete something in list and set, but inside tuple you cannot do that. So that's why tuple is accepting by dictionary, but list and set is not accepting by dictionary. Guys, I hope it's clear. Guys, can you say yes or no, please? Is it clear to everybody? Guys, can you respond, please? Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay, guys. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to cover basic properties of sets. So let's say, no, let's say this is my dictionary. Okay. So now if I say D dot, so basic properties of dictionary, let's say D dot, let's say keys. So this is the most basic one, D dot keys. So it will give you all the keys inside your dictionary. Okay. If you say D dot values, it will give you all the values inside your dictionary. Okay. If you give, if you do something like this, if you do something like this, let's say D dot pop. Suppose if you want to delete D dot pop, it will remove the last key value here. Okay, I need to give one argument. Okay, so in this, you have to what key you want to delete. Suppose I want to delete this email ID. D dot pop email ID. Now email ID has removed from my dictionary. Now the new dictionary, updated dictionary, will not have email ID. Okay, it's removed from a email ID. Suppose if you want to add something in your dictionary, how you can add it? You just have to give you have to give the key. What is the name of the key? Let's say I want to add let's say I want to add let's say what should I add? Contact is there. Let's say I want to add sales. So how many sales I have done? So I have to give multiple sales. Let's say I'm gonna give, like, I have sold 30, 40, 50, 60, like multiple values I'm giving here for my sales for all the months I have joined. So first month I have done 30, for second month 40, 50, and 60. If you do this, you can also do that. Now inside this D, this particular, all the key has one value. All the keys have one value, but last key has multiple values. Okay, guys, I can also do that. So if you want to check the type of any particular key value pair, if you want to check the type of this one, any particular one, any particular value, you can also do that. How? Type, and here you have to give dictionary name, and you have to give the key, which key, like which value, like which key value pair you want to check the type. Suppose you want to check the type of location key. So location has a string data type. Okay, location has a string data type. If you want to check the any other, let's say age has an integer data type. Okay, so you can check like that. Okay, guys, so if you want to modify any value for existing key, if you want to modify for any value existing key, you can also do that. Suppose I want to modify my sales. So D hyphen sales, you want to modify that, and you can change it to like any other values. Let's say 60, 75, 85. So you can also do that. Now my sales has modified. Okay, suppose now if you want to D dot if you want to update or let's say if you want to update any value, let's say I want to update, I have already did the update any value. Let's say update any value. Let's say what I want to do. So d dot update. So inside update, I want to update, let's say which value I want to update. Let's say I want to update my dictionary. So how to update my dictionary? Let me check, guys. Okay. So I have this dictionary, okay, right? So I want to update my dictionary. So this is my existing D, right? Let me check my D. So this is my existing D. Okay. I want to update this D. How can I do that, guys? So update my D means I can change my dictionary. Let's say D1 is equal to, there is another dictionary called D1. And inside this, there are values like, let's say, friends. Let's say first key value friends I have. This is my first key value pair, and inside this, I'm going to put like multiple friends. Let's say Smith, John. These are my friends. So you can put any as many names you want. Smith, John, and I want to put one more key value pair. Let's say I want to put my previous contact number or previous email ID, or let's say previous job, like let's say experience. How many experience I do have? Experience. Spelling is wrong. Guys, I forgot the spelling of experience.
Was right the way you mentioned.
I don't think so. Okay, I think it should be, there is one E here. Okay, let's say this is experience spelling. And experience is, let's say 5 years. Okay. Okay, so this is my values. Now I want to, this is my D1. I want to add this dictionary inside my D. I want to add this dictionary inside my D. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use update here, and I'm going to use D1 here. Now my new D would be, look at this. So I can merge dictionaries, two dictionaries very easily. I can merge two dictionaries very easily, guys. Okay, guys. So now, okay, so what should I show you? Yeah, you can also change, you can also use function like this. Suppose you want to, yeah, I have covered modified. Suppose you want to, okay. Let's say you want to change to upper. I want to change everything, like this is Ishan. I want to convert this Ishan to upper case. How can you do that? So you can do like this. This is my key. What is my key name? Key name is name. And here I'm going to use dot upper function. Okay. Name is capital. Yeah, capital. Now my value has modified. Now it, instead of this sentence case, it is now uppercase. Okay, guys, I can do that. Suppose suppose you want suppose you want what suppose you want to check the data type for key. Okay, no, I cannot do that, I guess. Let me check. Suppose what other functions I can show you. Suppose you want to delete any particular key. So there is one way you can use pop. Another way you can use this command called del command. This is an inbuilt function. I can use this Python inbuilt function here too. I'm going to say del space D, and I'm going to say remove this particular key. Let's say I want to remove this. Let's say I want to remove name. Now inside D, the name has removed. Now there is no more name. Okay, guys. Suppose if you want to clear everything inside dictionary, you can also do that by using clear function, dot clear. Once you use this function, everything will be removed from dictionary. Okay, guys, so there are so many functions. So what you can do, you can go here, W3 schools. So inside dictionaries, if I go to the Python here, if I go to this Python here, and you can go to the dictionaries, there are so many functions here. So I can use all these functions, and you can practice, like, you can practice all the properties. There are so many properties inside dictionaries. Access item, change items, add items, remove items, loop dictionary, copy dictionary, nested dictionary, dictionary methods, exercise. There are so many things. You can also put dictionary inside a dictionary, guys. Look at this. Dictionary inside a dictionary. You can also do that. Okay. So let me do a little bit about this one. How to access item when dictionaries is inside a dictionary. Guys, questions. Let's have a 10 minutes break, and then we'll back, because I think you guys are bored now. Nobody is responding. So let's have a 10 minutes break, and we'll back at 1:05. Guys, do you want break, or shall I continue? Okay, guys, let's have a 10 minutes break. Nobody is responding. So let's have a 10 minutes break. Guys, please respond. If you want break, if you're not understanding anything, so please respond it to me. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
please. Thank you, guys. So let's back at 1:05. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So, okay. So, guys, can you see my screen, sir?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So, guys, okay. So, I think this one is clear. Now, there is one more property called dictionary from keys. Okay. So, dictionary from keys. So, guys, this is very interesting property. So, D from keys, like dictionary from keys, is a property where, let's say, this is my D. Now, what is my? This is my D. Okay. Now, let's suppose if I want to do like this, D from keys, and inside this I'm gonna give something like this, dictionary from keys, like I'm gonna give some like some tuples or something like this. Okay, let's say this is my tuple here. I'm gonna start with tuple first. So this is my tuple here. So what is the meaning of this, guys? 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, or let's say 1 comma 2 comma 3, and inside this I'm going to give some values here. Let's say a comma b comma, okay, let's say a comma b. Now, guys, what is the meaning of this? If I run this, look at this. So this is my what inside this tuple, guys, you know what is for loop? So they are using for loop inside this. So it's going to take 1 as a key, and these 2 are the values. Then it's going to take 2 as a key, then these 2 are the values. Then it's going to take 3 as a key, and these 2 are values. So when, guys, when you use multiple keys and you want to give same values to all the keys, when you want to give same values to all the keys, then you use this property called dictionary from keys. Okay, if you do this now, if you look at this now, so D is not changing anything. There is nothing change in this D. If you use D1 from keys, so it will work like this. You can use any dictionary here. So what they're gonna do, it's gonna imitate this. So even you can use list here. So whatever, like, guys, whatever subscriptable, guys, like this is list, set, tuple. All these we can use for loops. We can use, like, I'm gonna cover loops like in few minutes. Okay. So this property is very important in those cases when you want to give same values to all the keys. Okay, this property is very important in those cases. Okay, D1 and D10 is not defined. Okay, so this property is very important in those cases. So if you say D1 is equal to this, now if I say D, what is D1 now? Now look at this. You can define these dictionaries. Okay, so guys, very important to remember when to use these properties, like from keys. This is not quite useful. We don't use this property quite often, but sometimes in data analytics, we're going to use same columns and have a multiple values. So in that case, I'm going to show you in future cases, we hardly going to use this, but very rarely we're going to use these kind of properties. Okay, so I think we have covered so far everything regarding dictionaries. Yeah, there is one more property called, let's say this is my D. And if I want to get anything, like let's say D dot get any particular key, value of any particular key, I can do this D dot get location here. So you can also do this. You will get like this: d dot get location, d dot get any key. Or you can, if you want, you don't use this d dot get, and you use this d like this location, and you will get the same thing. Okay, it's up to you, like how you want to use this. There are so many ways to get the same thing. You don't have to remember everything. Like when you do practice, you will get to know. Guys, I'm going to give you files for your practice. Okay, now guys, tuples are done, dictionaries are done. I think so far we are good. I think I'm covering everything. Now, yeah, so I want to cover one more thing: a dictionary inside a dictionary. Suppose if I want to cover dictionary inside a dictionary, how to do that? That is a bit tricky. Where is Python? So let's say dictionaries inside a dictionaries, nested dictionaries. So let me copy this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to use this as a dictionary. So first of all, guys, this is a dictionary inside a dictionary. Okay, if I look at my family, so this is my family. If I look at this dictionary, look at this. So this is the outer dictionary, and inside this dictionary there are three dictionaries. One dictionary is this, another dictionary is this. So there are three dictionaries. So how to access element from these dictionary, guys? Suppose let's say I want to, what I want to do. Let's say I want to access, suppose I want to access name from child 2. I want to access this name. I want to access this, like child 2. What is the name of child 2? And what is the details of child 2? So how can I do that? So I can do like this. I can do like this. And I can do like this. So look at this, top base. So guys, what I'm doing here, look at this, what I'm doing here. So this is, let me open one more code. So this is my family. This is my family. So inside family, there are three childs. Name of first child is Emil. Year born is 2004. Second child Tobias. Year born is 2007. Third child is Linus. Year born is 2011. Right now, from child, now I'm selecting my first key. This is my first key. So this is my first key, right? And inside this first key, I want to select what is the name of child 2 key. This is my key. And what is the child 2 name? So I'm selecting, first of all, I'm selecting child 2 key. Then inside child 2, I'm selecting name. If I want to select age or year born of child 2, I can do like this. Year born of child 2. Now child 2 has born in 2007. Okay, if I want to select anything from child 3, let's say child 3, year born 2011. Suppose I'm adding one more key inside child 3. Let's say child 3 age. Let's say age is 12 years. I'm running this. Now inside my family, child 3 has three key values. Child 3 has three key value pairs. If I want to select child 3 age, I can get it. But if I want to select child 2 age, so age doesn't exist in child 2. Okay, guys. So you have to be careful when there is a dictionary inside a dictionary. Okay, guys. Guys, it's clear. Any questions anybody wants to ask? I know there are so much confusion, but you don't have to be confused. You just follow these. Okay. Follow all the details of this, understand, learn about this, and ask questions accordingly. There are so many resources available. Okay. Okay, guys. So next part I want to cover. Any questions, guys? Before moving to the next part, any questions?
Can you explain from keys again?
Okay, from keys again. Okay, this one. Now, suppose what is the from keys, guys? Suppose there are multiple keys. Let's say key 1. Let's say 101. This is 1 key. This is 102 key. This is 103 key. And the values for 101, 102, and 103 are same. I want to put the same values for 101, 102, and 103. So either you can do like this. D1 is equal to 101 is this. Let's say these are my values, A comma B. Then I need to select again 102. These are the values, A comma B, and you can do the same thing for 103 again. Okay, so you can run this. B is not defined. Okay, this B is not defined. You can run this. Now this is your D1. Okay. Now another way is by using this property. You can use like this, D1 is equal to, or D2 is equal to D1 dot from keys. And here you can select any kind of container. You can select list, you can select tuple, you can select sets, any kind of container. Let's suppose I'm going to select list here. I'm going to say 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. You can select any number, any keys, and I'm going to say comma. Here the values for all these containers are A comma B comma, let's say C. I'm going to put C2. Now, if you look at D2 now, I can do the same thing in very less amount of time. Look at this. So this is my dictionary. When keys have same kind of values, we can use this property. Is it clear to you? You can use here tuple. It will work same. You can use here set. It will work same. Same thing. You can use set here. It will work same. Now, how this thing works. So once we're gonna do loops, you will get to know how it's what is going behind the scene, how it's working behind the scenes. You will get to know once we're gonna do loops. Okay, it will work again, same thing. Is it clear to you? Yes or no, please?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So guys, next thing I want to cover is conditionals. Now, what are conditionals? Okay, conditionals are like a branching. Let's say we have no, before doing branching, I want to show you something. So let's say now, guys, so here I'm going to starting my coding. Okay, so we have discussed about basic concepts of data types, containers. Now how to code exactly, how to use those lists, how to use those containers. Now I'm going to show you that. So for conditional, there are 3 kinds of conditionals. First of all, if conditional, if, then there is another conditional called if else. Okay, sorry. If, then there's another conditional called if else, and there is another conditional called else. There are 3 kinds of conditionals. So we write if as if, we write if else, we write if else as elif, and we write else as else. If means agar if I think majority of here are Indians or Pakistani. Okay, so if means like agar. If else means if agar ye nahi to kya. Else means last. This is the last option. Okay. So now let's say if age greater than 18, if age greater than 18, let's say age greater than equal to 18, let's say age greater than equal to 18, print you can vote. You can vote. Else print you are not eligible to vote. You are not eligible to vote. No. Okay, guys. So suppose this is my code now. Okay. So first condition is if age greater than equal to 18. Guys, whenever you use conditionals, so you have to put this colon after the condition first. Whenever you use conditional, here I'm using conditional 1. This is my condition 1. I have to use, once my condition is given, then I have to use colon. This is my condition 2. Else, then I'm using colon again. Okay. Always remember, you have to use colon. Once your colon is given, there is a parenthesis. This is called indentation. This is called indentation. There are 2 spaces here. If you do like this without space, it will not work. There is an error. So you have to give at least 2 spaces or 1 tab. 1 tab or 2 spaces. If you do this, 1 tab or 2 spaces, same thing. Okay. Now, if I run this code, they are saying age is not defined. First, you need to define age. Let's say if my age is 20. If my age is 20. Now this is my variable value. If my age is 20, then you can, now it will decide, it will give me output whether I can vote or cannot vote. But this is my code. This is my input, and it will give me output. Either I can vote or either I cannot vote. But in this condition, as per my input, my output would be what, guys? My output would be what? I have either this option.
You can vote.
Either I have this option or this option. But as my age is 20, so I can vote here. If I run this, you can vote. If I do like this, if my age is, let's say, 14, so what will happen, guys? What it will print?
Eligible to vote.
You are not eligible to vote because my condition is here. If anything above 18, if my value is anything above 18, I will get this output. If my value is anything below 18, I will get this output. Now, guys, so this is like predefined. You have to give age manually. Suppose, let's say I'm going to show you one very important feature of Python. Age is equal to, I'm going to say input, let's say int input. So let's say input, let me use input first. Input, enter your age. Enter your age. Okay. So here you're going to enter your age. Yeah, like dynamically. Dynamically means if I run this, so let me remove this. So this is my code. Let me run this here. Let me use this here now. Age is equal to enter your age. If I do this, if I run this code now, it's asking my age first. It's asking my age first. Now I haven't given any particular manual value. Okay, I'm not manually I'm not giving manual value here. It's asking my age first. You can say my age is, let's say, 30. It will not work. Why it's not working, guys? Because when you doing like this, so this is my string data. This is my string data. This is my whatever you're typing 30 here. You're typing 30 here, but 30 is not numeric data. This is a string data. If you look at it, if you want to double check, you can say a type of age. Type of age. Type of age is, look at this. This is a string data. First, you need to convert this data into integer or float. Or you can put here, if my data here now, I'm going to give integer before it. I'm converting this string into integer first. Okay. Now, if you run the same thing again, you give any value here, 30, you will get, you can vote. If you run this again, I say 15, you are not eligible to vote. Okay. If I do this again, because guys, what I'm doing here, I'm beautifying my code. I'm making it more user friendly. Either you can give manually, you can give your age one by one, or you can giving access to user. So this is the access to user. Once I'm running this code, it is giving access to user to put any age they want. If their age is, let's say it's a YouTube, and YouTube have written some kind of a backend code. When you put any age, you can see these kind of videos. When you're putting lesser age, you can see these kind of videos. So this is a user-friendly function. Okay, guys?
I just
Yeah.
have a question.
Go ahead.
So initially when we started, you said we don't need to define the data type. Python is smart enough to understand from the
Very good.
what we input. So why
yeah.
don't it,
Because inside input function, when you use only input function here, so input function can only take string data type. If I give here some integer data type here, so input function is not able to understand any other data type. Input function is a string data type function. Okay, it only takes strings. So whatever value you can give either, like if I run this, I can give like Ishant here. Still, it's not giving me anything because Ishant is a string data type, and string cannot be equivalent to 18, right? If I give anything else, let's say if I give 30 here, 35 here, look at this. Not supported between instance of string. 35 is it seems integer, but it's not integer because input function only takes strings. So whatever thing you're gonna give, it's only takes strings. So you could to convert this string to integer, we have to put integer in front of it. That's it. Nothing else. Or float, you can use float too, because float is also numerical data type. Okay, now you can give any, let's say 23.5 years old. So you can vote. Okay, guys. Now, if you check the type of age now, look at the type of age now. It's a float now. If you don't put integer float, or if you don't convert it, it is a string data type. Age is a string then. Okay, because input function is for string function. If you give like this, then Python is smart enough to understand whether it's a string or float or what. Python is smart enough. It will work like this. But this is not a very user-friendly code. I want give access to user. User can type their age by themselves. If their age is greater than something, then they are eligible to do that thing. If their age is not less than that thing, they are not eligible to do that. Okay. But guys, do you understand? Input function is very useful. Why we use input function? To give access to user to put the value by themselves. Okay, input function we can use either we can give string values, we can give integer values, we can give float values, we can give any kind of values. Okay, guys, is it clear? Guys, say yes or no, please.
Yes.
Yes.
I know, guys. I think it's boring for you, but once you're gonna do the data analysis, you will love to do that. I know it's a bit boring, but these are the basic concepts we need to understand first. Because if else and loops, we're gonna use them like a lot of time. Okay. Now let's suppose. So this is if else. Now I want to let me delete this. Suppose now. Now what is the meaning of, guys, if else now? Okay. If means agar. First option is this. Always you have to start your code. Always start with if. Okay. Always start with if. So you cannot start your code with else. First, you need to start with if. Suppose I have a I have a code here. Let's say if score is equal to int. I'm going to use the same thing. Okay, I removed it. Input. Enter your score. Enter your score. And here I'm going to enter my score. Okay, enter your score here. So this is, I can enter any score here, 300, but there is no code after that. There is no code to give me output. There is no code after that. Now, if I say if score is less than 0, if score is less than 0, because guys, you can give wrong input too. You can give negative number. If score is less than 0, the print invalid score. Invalid score. Then second condition is, now I want to give multiple conditions now. In the previous question, I have only 2 conditions, either this or this. Now I want to give multiple conditions. If else if score is greater than equal to, let's say greater than equal to 90, like let's say out of 100, score is greater than equal to 90, then parenthesis, then colon, and there is indentation, automatically indentation after that. Whenever you give colon, there is automatic indentation after that. Then print, let's say grade A. Okay, when your score, let's say next condition I want to give is LF score is greater than equal to 80, and score is less than 90. Score is greater than equal to 80, but and score is less than 90, guys. Okay, then or you can do like this. Score is greater than equal to 80. I don't want to confuse you first. Then you can say print grade B. Print grade B. Then let's say I want to give one more condition. Score is less than, else if score is less than equal to 60. Greater than equal to 60. Let's say grade C. Then else whatever your score is, score is fail. Print fail. Okay. Now there are multiple conditions here. First condition is if, then LF whenever there are multiple conditions, you have to use elif. Okay, you have to use elif, or you can use, there is one more way to get it, but I will explain it later. Okay, but you have to use this elif. If I run this code now, you can enter your score. Suppose your score is 95, grade A. Suppose now run the code again. Suppose your score is 85, grade B. Suppose your score is minus 90, invalid score, because you cannot give a negative score. Suppose your score is 50, so you are fail. So look at this code. Okay, now guys, suppose you have given two same conditions. So here you are giving, if your score is greater than equal to 90, grade A. Here you are giving score is greater, LF score is greater than equal to 100, grade B. Suppose sometimes you did a mistake in your code. This is also possible. This is also possible, right? So look at this. So guys, if I print 95 here, guys, what do you think will happen? What would be my output? What would be my output, guys, in this case? Anybody, guys? Guys, say something.
Grade
Grade
Why grade A, guys?
it comes before grade B.
Yeah, very good. It comes before grade B. So whatever, so guys, how this thing happens, you need to understand. First, it goes to this condition, whether this condition is satisfying or not. So it goes to, my score is less than 0. No, my score is not less than 0. That means this condition is invalid. That means this condition is not true. That means this condition is not true. So that means this condition is invalid. Then my score goes to the second condition. So my score is greater than 90. Yeah, my score is greater than 90. So that means this is my true condition. So my code stops there. My code will not go further. Once my condition is satisfied, my code will not go further. So that's why I'm getting grade A. Okay, guys. Suppose now let's look at one more problem. Suppose instead of elif, I'm going to use if only. All the conditions should be if. Okay, all the conditions are if, and last condition is else. Okay, guys, if I run the same code now. Okay, if I run the same code now, if I do 85 score, or let's say 95, not 85, let's say 95. Guys, what will happen now? It will happen, look at this. I'm getting grade A as well as grade C. I'm getting grade A as well as grade C. Why, guys? Look at this. Look at this. If I do this less than equal to 100, let's do this. If I do this, let's say 95, 96, I'm going to get grade A, grade B, grade C. So guys, when you do all the if condition, no elif, what will happen? First, it will go to this code. So my condition is, what was my condition, guys? My score was 96, right? First, it will go to this condition. My score is less than 0. No, this is not true. So it will not print that. Then it will go to this condition. 96 is greater than 90. Yeah, it is greater than 90. Then it will print, this is true condition. Then it will print grade A. Then it will go to this condition, if condition. It will not stop there, because now I'm using if. I'm not using elif. When you use if, it will goes until end. When you use if, it will goes until end. When you use elif, whatever condition is true, it will stop there. That is the difference between if and elif. Okay, if you use if, it will, suppose now this condition is true, but it will not stop here. It will not stop here. It will go to the next condition. This condition is also true, because 96 is less than 100. This condition is also true. So that's why it's printing this one too. Then it will go again to the next condition. Score 96 is greater than 60. This condition is also true. That's why it's printing this one too. But then it will go to the next condition, else fail. 96 is satisfying all these conditions. So that's why it's not printing fail. So this condition is not true. So that's why it's not printing fail. Okay, guys, I hope it's clear. So guys, this is the beauty of if else condition. You can write any code you want. Okay, now let's let me do some problem here. So let me go on internet. Let's do some problem. Okay, guys. So now I have this problem. So I need to write a program. So I need to write a program. To check whether a number is divisible by 2, whether a number is odd or even. Let's say odd or even. Okay, so I need to write a program. So somebody gonna put number, and my code should know whether the code is even or odd. Guys, what do you think? How we can do that? Guys, anybody can give me a slight idea how we can achieve that? So first of all, I'm gonna do something like this. Enter your number. I'm gonna do like this. So this is my first part of the code. So num is, let's say num number. Number is the enter number. It can be even or odd. So user will enter the number. Okay. Then what should be the next step, guys? If what?
Number modulus 2.
If number, very good, Adeep. If number modulus 2, what?
Equal to 0.
Very good. Equal to 0. Then print.
That is even. Yeah.
Print even. Else odd. Guys, do you understand this code or not? Guys, do you understand this code or not?
Yes.
This is a very, very basic code. So now user will enter the number. Now, guys, you know what is modulus, right? Modulus means remainder. So if any number, if I divide any number with 2, if remainder is 0, then it's even. If remainder is not 0, then it's odd. Okay, if I run this, now you can put any number you want. Let's say I'm going to put 777. Now odd number. If I do, let's say 888, even number. So this is a basic code. Okay, guys. Suppose now let's difficult my question. To check whether a number is divisible by 3 or not. So you have to understand the logic. What should be the logic for if some number is divisible by 3? What should be the logic, guys? So guys, what should be the logic here?
Instead of 2, we can write 3.
If we can write 3 here, and you can say number is divisible by 3. Let's say this is I want to print. Number is divisible by 3. And here I'm going to say number is not divisible by 3. Number is not divisible by 3. Okay, so I do this. So now I'm going to add any number. Let's say I'm going to add 15. So number is divisible by 3. Let's say I'm going to add 25. Number is not divisible by 3. Why? So you can see that if you divide 25 by 3, the remainder is not 0. So that's why you can get that. Now, let's suppose let's suppose I want to difficult my code. Okay, can we write a code for prime number? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, but for prime number we're gonna understand loops first. Okay, we haven't covered that. Without using loops, it's very difficult to get prime numbers. Okay. Now, if you want to check whether the number is prime or not, then you can do that without using log. Whether the number is prime or not, you can use without using loops. But if you want to get a list of prime numbers, then we have to use loops. Okay. So let's check prime number. Prime number is a bit. First, you need to understand what is prime number, guys. I hope everybody knows what is prime number. Guys, I hope you know what is prime number, guys. So prime number is that number which can be divisible by itself or what?
One.
One. Really? Yeah.
By itself only.
Yeah. So one only, there is only two divisors, one and itself number. Okay. But to check prime number, you need to understand loops first. Without using loops, we cannot use by using conditionals to check the prime number, because I need to specify some range, whether that inside that range number is divisible by 2 or not. If you want, I can do that. Okay, but I'll explain it. I'll do this one in the tomorrow session. I'll do Fibonacci series, prime number. I will do those things. Okay. So let's do this one first. Write a program to check whether number is divisible by 3, or what other code I can make. Let me see. Let me see on internet, like what other codes I can make from your files. Yeah. So let's write a program. Write a program. Write a program to accept number from 1 to 7 and display the name of the day, like 1 for Sunday and 2 font. How we can do this kind of question? So what you have to, the user has to give whether number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And as per the number, you have to give whether that number belongs to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. How we can do this kind of question, guys? Very easy.
Using if else.
Yeah. So how? Yeah. Everything. Yeah, we're gonna achieve by if else.
Like if number is equal to 1, then print
Okay.
Sunday.
Okay. Let me use something like this. So if num is equal to 1, very good. So it's a very good logic. Number is, enter your number here. You can, if number is equal to 1, if number equal to 1, Then
Then
print
Sunday.
print what we asking question, print 1 for Sunday, yeah. Then Sunday, then
Number
then
equal to 2.
what,
So
F or LF, what do you want to do?
else if.
Yeah, very good. LF, because we hardly use F. If. Okay, so then LF number is equal to, let's say 2. Let's say I'm gonna say the same thing again. LF, let's say I'm gonna use the same thing. Okay, let's say, yeah, this is what, Monday, and let me copy the same thing and print it here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so first one is Sunday, Monday, 1 2 3 4 5. I hope guys you got it. 6. I don't have to do 7 because else otherwise Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and otherwise Saturday. Okay, now you can run this and you can give any code. 6 means Friday. Okay, now guys, what will happen if I give, let's say now, what will happen if I give 88? So what will it print?
Results.
Saturday.
It will print Saturday, guys. Why? Because if this above number doesn't, if above number is not matched with this, it will give Saturday, because otherwise everything will be Saturday. If I run this now, Saturday. Or you can do this, or you can give one more condition. You can give this like this condition, LF, if you want to create for all the edge cases. All the edge cases. First you have to do like, if number is less than equal to 7, or if number is greater than, let's say if number is greater than 7, so you can print invalid number, something like that. Okay, so this is how you can create your code without any problem. Okay, now if you give any number, let's say 88, it will give an invalid number. If you give any number, let's say 7, then it will your code is okay. If you give any number, let's say 8, now it's invalid number. Okay, so I hope it's clear, guys. Now the last code I want to make by using if else conditions. Suppose you check whether a number is divisible by div by 3, comma, whether number divisible by 3 or 5, or both 3 and 5. So guys, what we can do, guys, can you write a program for this? So this is a guys exercise for you. So this is a takeaway exercise, guys. Do you understand the problem? To check whether a number is either divisible by 3 or 5, or both 3 and 5, or not divisible by any number at all, or not divisible by div by, not divisible by both. So we have 4 conditions here. Either number is only divisible by 3, or only divisible by 5, or divisible by both 3 and 5, or not divisible by any number at all. Guys, do you understand the question? Guys, do you understand the
Yes.
question? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is the take home assignment, okay? So please find the solution for this, find the code for this. Please practice this. Thank you so much. Any questions anybody wants to ask before closing this one session? So I'm gonna write the question in the chat box. So tomorrow we're gonna do loops, and once we're gonna cover the loops, then we're gonna do this prime number, Fibonacci number, how to create factorials. We can do all these codes. Okay. So guys, any questions before closing? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow again, and tomorrow we're gonna cover loops and functions. And once my loops and functions are done, then we are good to go to start data analytics. Then we're gonna start NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a very good weekend. Bye-bye, and have a great week after that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.